Tonight, the chilling and powerful story of the way human rights atrocities have been systematically used as a weapon of war in the former Yugoslavia.
You know, you've never seen men so scared and they were absolutely frightened. You know, it was one of the strongest feelings I take from the place was how frightened, you know, the local people were, you know, it was palpable fear.
Good evening and welcome to the last four corners for 1995. At this moment, the key figures in the four-year-old conflict in the former Yugoslavia are meeting in Dayton, Ohio, in an attempt to negotiate an end to the Balkans tragedy. One of the sticking points is that two of the main players, General Ratko Mladic and Dr. Radovan Karadzic, have been indicted for war crimes. It remains uncertain whether the outcome will see the surrender of either of these men to the International War Crimes Tribunal in The Hague. That tribunal has also been busy here in Australia, collecting evidence from some of the 12,000 refugees who fled to this country. Amongst those refugees are victims and witnesses of some of the worst atrocities in the Balkans War, but also some of the perpetrators. As hopes rise that the end of the war may be in sight, the question of how to deal with these criminals is assuming centre stage. Chris Masters reports.
Želja da imam nešto. Nikad nisam ništa ni imao u životu. Da ima ovih stvari neki, ti maraka. Zlata, to nikad u životu nisam ni vidio. To sam želio da imam. A vidio sam od drugih kako to rade, drugi, pa sam pošao njihovim putem. Sve što se tiče i bijanja, i silovanja, i pljačkanja. Što sam vidio od drugih, krenuo sam tim putem. I ovako da nešto imam, konto sam završi rat, da imam nešto.
Borislav Herak is a Bosnian Serb who has confessed to war crimes. His story takes us to the darkest heart of this conflict, where we're going now. Bosanska Krupa, a few miles from the front line at Sanski Most, is territory newly recovered as Bosnian Muslim forces drive back the Bosnian Serbs. The fighting has barely died away. The people are coming back. In this war, it's hard to tell the difference between the refugees and the looters, to see the distance between the innocents and evil. A little further on, a wrecked mosque. Inside, from the roof and on the floor, the apparatus of the hangman. Outside, the smell of death. Still further on, a ceramics factory. Only hours earlier, it was a prison controlled by the retreating Serb forces. The smell, the fear of the last crowded hours still lingers.
Sarajevska brigada gardijska koja je ušla u